everyone, today I would like to tell you some conversation between two or more people. Number one, I have been working for the past 3 days to find out the information for this year annual report. I'm worried we won't meet the deadline. We will get submitted with a couple of hours to spare. I'm curious, where did you find all the company facts and figures? I found some sites that provide the information plus a few news articles. You have to show them to me later, but first, can you send me your parts of the report? I need to start working on the presentation file. The man said to the woman he has been working for the past 3 days to find out all the information for that year annual report. He says he was worried they wouldn't meet the deadline. The woman replied, uh, they would get submitted with a couple of hours to spare, and she says she wanted to know where the man find all the company facts and figures. The man says he has found some site that provide the information plus a news article. The woman suggested show them to her later. However, um, she, she says the man sent his part of the report because he needed to start working on the presentation file. Number two, uh, Renee, I can't seem to get into the storage room. Is something wrong with the door? Starting today, everyone needed to enter a set code to get in. I can't believe it. So where can I find the code? Should I speak to the IT department? No, your manager shouldn't send a message with the code for your department this morning. I was adding before contacting IT. The man said to the woman he couldn't get into the storage room and he wanted to know if something wrong with the door. The woman explained, starting that day, everyone who needed to enter a set code to get in. The man was surprised by that, and he wanted to know where can he find that code. Should he speak to the IT department? The woman disagreed with him, and she said his manager shouldn't send a message with the code for his department that morning. So she thought she would um, ask his manager before contacting IT. Number three, did you get the email about the meeting on Thursday? It's got moved up to today. What? I didn't get that email. Why did they do that? The manager has a meeting with client on Thursday, so she moved it up. But I still had a lot of plagiarism on my reports. I don't know if I can finish it in time for the meeting today. I had some time today. Email it to me and I'll take a look at it after I come back from post office. The woman wanted to know if the man get the email about the meeting on Thursday, and she says it had moved up to that day. The man was surprised by that, and he says he hadn't get that email and wanted to know why did they do that. The woman explained the manager had the meeting with the client on Thursday, so she moved it up. The man worried about the fact that had he hadn't he had he ha- didn't had enough time to finish his report for the meeting today. The woman offered to help him and suggested email it to her, and he took a look at it after she come back from post office. Number four, good afternoon. Did you have an appointment? Yes, I had an appointment. an appointment with Mr. Foley for a job interview. Could you let her know that Brian Thomas is here? I'm sorry, Mr. Foley is running late due to a problem with her car. She says she'll be about 20 minutes late. Are you able to wait? That's no problem. I'll wait in coffee shop next door. Could you give me a call when she comes in? The woman said hello to the man and wanted to know if the man had an appointment. The man agreed with her and he says he had an appointment with Miss Polly for the job interview. And he suggested the woman let's tell Mr. Foley that he was there. The woman was sorry about the fact that Mr. Foley was running late due to a problem with her car, and she said she would be about 20 minutes late. And the woman wanted to know if the man could be wait. The man agreed with her, and he said he would wait in the coffee shop next door, and suggested the woman call him when Mr. Foley came in. Number 5. With 3 speakers. Today, we are working with the new program, Filmmaker S3. I'll need you to use this to make a short commercial for our news product. Actually, I never used this video editing program before. I use it too, as my last company is very simple. I can teach you a basic command after this meeting if you want. That would be great, thanks. While making the commercial, make sure you stick it to storyboard. You can find a copy of it along with the video file on our company servers. I heard that the servers are undergoing maintenance this morning, so we'll have to wait until this afternoon to access them. The Goldman one says that they would be working with a new program, Filmmaker S3, and she would like two people to make a short commercial for their new product. The man replied he had never dealt with video editing program before. The woman too said she used it as her last company. Were very simple, and she said she could teach the man the basic command after that meeting if the man want. The man was thankful about that. The woman one remind while making the commercial, make sure stick to the storyboard, and they could find a copy of it along with the video file on their company servers. The woman too commented she heard that the server was undergoing maintenance that morning, so they would have to wait until that afternoon to access them. Number 6. Hi Jennifer, hi Sam. Our our new employees start next week. Is there is, is there everything ready for them? Everything is going well. We'll have all computers set up for them to go on this Friday. But Jennifer realized something. Jennifer, while setting up their account, we realized we don't have a picture of anyone for their ID badge. Without them, it will be hard to enter many areas of the building since access is restricted. And we don't have enough temporary ID for them on. What if I send them an email asking for a digitized photo of themselves? Great, I'll give you a list of the new employees this afternoon. The woman once said hello the man and the woman too. And then she says, their new employees starting the week before, and she wanted to know was everything ready for them. The man replied, everything was going well. Uh, they would have on computer set up for them to work on that Friday. However, she says Jennifer realized something. The woman too replied, while set up their account, they realized they didn't have a picture of anyone for their ID badges. Without them, it would be hard to enter many areas of the building because the access was restricted. The woman too says they didn't have enough temporary ID for them all. So the man suggested send them an email and asking for a digital photo of themselves. The woman to agree with him, and she said she would give a list of the new employee that afternoon for him. Number 6. Look at this. The printer makes a mistake. We reduced the order to 100 invitations, but they invoice us for the original 150. Well, we are not paying for invitation we didn't receive. We'll have to ask for a revised bill. Okay, I had to get to the staff meeting now, but I'll call them after that and ask for a new invoice. Excellent. That way, we can settle the amount owed immediately. The man, the man said to the woman, the printer has made a mistake, and he explained they had reduced the order to 100 invitations. However, charged they charged them for 150. The woman said they they weren't paying for invitation they didn't receive. So she suggested asking for a new invoice. The man agreed with her, and he said he could call them after the meeting, at the staff meeting, and ask for a new invoice. The women were happy about the fact that, and she explained, in that way, they could settle the amount owed immediately. Thanks for your listening.